Hello everyone. In this lesson, I'm going to be talking to you about Module C, the first module in the 4 points. Now, as you all know, and I hope you all know that by now, that Module C is worth 27% of your final Baccalaureate grade. It is worth 27% of your final Baccalaureate. All right. Now, the time allotted for the Module C Baccalaureate is 90 minutes. This means that you have 1.5 hours to finish or complete the Baccalaureate exam, which is a very long time, by the way. You can read the text carefully twice, not only one time. You can use your dictionary. You can either use a regular traditional dictionary or an electronic dictionary, which are allowed in this module. Now, what does it consist of, Module C? As you know, it consists of a reading comprehension text, which we call access to information from written texts, which is 70%. The reading comprehension text and the questions that you have to answer. And part B is a writing task, which is 30% or 30 points. In this video, I'm going to only talk about the reading text, which is called the access to information from written texts. I'll have another video prepared for you about the writing section. Okay, important things to help you understand the text while you are reading the text. First of all, you have to read the title, understand the title. If there's a word in the title that you think you do not understand, just pick it up from the dictionary. Do that. Use your dictionary all the time. Okay? Look for visual clues, eye catchers, if there are any pictures, graphs, numbers, dates, years, words in bold. Look for these clues. This can help you a lot, and try to understand what do they refer to. When you understand what do these clues refer to, then you will be able to better understand the text, and after that you will be able to better answer the questions. Always base your answer on the lines mentioned in the question. They ask you a question and they tell you answer this question according to lines 1 to 4, for example. Then base your answer only according to these lines. Otherwise, you will lose the points. If no lines are specified, if they ask you a question and they don't tell you that it's from line 5 to 10, for example, then you can base your answer on the whole text. And always use your dictionary. Your dictionary is there to help you, and use it. You have a lot of time, 1.5 hours, so it's a long time. Follow instructions, of course. تعليمات, if the question asks for one example, one reason, one answer, don't give two. And this is a question that is very frequent and it comes out all the time. So they tell you give one answer, then give one answer, give one reason, give one reason, give one thing, give one thing, give one item, give one item. Don't give more than necessary. Otherwise, you might lose points. All right. So what kinds of questions do we have in Module C? Let's see. First of all, we have the multiple choice questions, where you have a question and we have a question and you have 4 possibilities to choose out of, to circle. Okay, so first to choose one correct answer out of 4. You have 4 answers and you need to choose only one. Second, there might be sometimes questions that have 2 correct answers out of 6. They ask you a question and they give you 6 possibilities, 6 answers. You need to choose 2 of these 6 answers. There's also a second part on a different type of questions, which is the sentence completion, in which you need to provide the answer. They give you a part of the answer, okay, which we call the stem, and you need to continue the answer by completing the sentence. And of course, we have the open-ended questions. Okay, they give you a question and you have to give the full answer. You need to provide a full sentence answer. All right, let's move on and look at this example. An example of a multiple choice question. This is a paragraph I took from the Baccalaureate, one of the Baccalaureate forms, one of the Baccalaureate exams. Look at this paragraph. Lotta Kroc of Amsterdam, Holland, is only 9 years old, but she's the world's first junior bike mayor. Bike mayors are leaders who want to improve conditions of bike riders in the different cities they live in. They are part of an international program to encourage more people to ride bikes. Okay, very short 4-line paragraph. Let's see the question that we have on it. So the question says, what do we learn in paragraph 1? In this paragraph, what do we learn? Okay, let's see. We have this first possibility, how many bike mayors there are in the world, and when the bike mayor program began. Let's look at the first one, how many bike mayors there are in the world. It's not mentioned here. There's no number of bike mayors in this paragraph. When the bike mayor program began, there is no date, there's no time when it began. So both answers are incorrect. What bike mayors are trying to do, and the last one, how successful bike mayors are. Let's look at the third answer, which is the correct answer, what bike mayors are trying to do. And it says here, bike mayors are leaders who want to improve conditions of bike riders. So this is what they are trying to do. So this is an example of a regular, traditional multiple choice question that you know of and that you have been exposed to in the 10th and the 11th grade. Let's move on. The sentence completion, which is a different type of question. Okay. You are presented with the beginning of a sentence which you must complete in your own words based on the text. As I told you, they give you part, the beginning of a sentence, which we call the stem, and then you need to find two things. First of all, to find the answer, the content, and secondly, to put the answer correctly. It means that sometimes you need to make some modifications, some changes in the forming of your answer, so as to correlate to the stem, so as to that this suits the stem, the part of the answer that they gave you, grammatically speaking. Now, never copy full sentences from the text. Answer is required and make necessary changes. Sometimes you have to make necessary changes. Pay attention to punctuation, grammar, and spelling. Never start a new sentence. Okay? Let's look at an example of this kind of question. Okay, let's look at this. This is a paragraph or a part of a background I took from Module C. Let's look at this. To encourage children to participate in this program, Kate Burma, Amsterdam's bike mayor, organized a contest. She asked school children for ideas to make bike riding safer. Lotta won, and so Burma decided to make her a junior bike mayor. Lotta's idea was to add children's bicycles to the free bike sharing stands all over Holland. Anyone who can take a bicycle from one bike stand and return it to another somewhere else. When my family goes on vacation, we always travel by train and then take bikes and at the train station. Lotta explains, but because there aren't any children's bikes at the stands, I have to ride on the bike of my father's bike or on the back of my father's bike. This is uncomfortable and dangerous. Okay, let's look at the question. The question says, what did Burma organize? Why did she organize a contest? Why? And they ask us to complete the sentence. So they gave us only this word, because. Now we need to take this into consideration, because she organized the contest. Let's see. For ideas to make a bike riding safer. Okay. To encourage children to participate in this program, the mayor organized the contest. So she organized the contest in order to encourage children to participate in this program. Now it says here because. Now, how do you think we should answer here? Good, because we need to make sure that we add the subject and the verb and the content, because she wanted. We can't say because to encourage children, because she wanted to encourage children to participate in the program. Okay, if you write because to encourage children to participate in the program, probably you will lose 6 points out of 8. So you have to make sure that you give the answer correctly, grammatically and contextually. All right, open-ended questions, same as in Module E. You have to understand that in in Module C, there are open-ended questions that usually you are presented with a WH question, with or without specific lines. Make sure you take your answer from the right place. If they tell you, take your answer from here, then take your answer from here. Okay. Your answer must be short, clear, and to the point. There is no point in writing 3 or 4 or 5 lines. Only one short line, clear and to the point. It must be a sentence, subject, verb, object. It could have a gerund or an infinitive. Okay. This is an example I gave you, the same one that I gave to Module E. The athletes helped others. The athletes is the subject. The verb is helped, and others is the object. So this is an example of a full sentence if you are given an open-ended question. Okay, and start always with a capital letter because it's an open-ended question. Okay, let's take an example. Look at this example from the same background. Now, as junior bike mayor, Lotte has more plans. First, she wants the city authorities to help make bike riding safer for children. For example, she's trying to convince the city to open a safe bicycle park where children can learn how to ride a bike. In addition, she will visit schools and talk to the children about the advantages of bike riding. This might encourage more children to use bikes. Let's look at the question. It says here, according to paragraph 3, how can cities make a bike riding safer? How can cities make bike riding safer? The answer. What do you think? Excellent. Cities can open a safe bicycle park where children can learn how to ride a bike. Cities, this is the subject. Can open, the modal verb with open, with the base form. A safe bicycle park, the object. So we have here a subject, verb, and object. So this is a complete answer, grammatically speaking, and the content is correct. So this way I get the full marks. All right. So these are the kinds of questions that you are expected to have in Module C. This is all I wanted to share with you this time. Stay safe and stay healthy.